Please be seated. Mr. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America, once said that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a very warm welcome to SLIIT, the pioneer and the largest degree-awarding institute in Sri Lanka. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the year 2024 as the first day of a worthy investment you have made to enrich your life. To start off the proceedings, I would like to cordially invite Professor Lakshman Ratnayake, Chancellor of SLIIT, to welcome and address the gathering. Professor Lakshman L. Ratnayake brings more than 48 years of experience to the education industry, and he is a senior professor and the chairman of SLIIT since 2014. He's an emeritus professor in civil engineering at University of Moratuwa. He has served as an adjunct professor at the University of Calgary, Canada, an adjunct associate professor at Utah University, USA. He was the vice chairman of the UGC from 2001 to 2006, dean of the Faculty of Engineering from 1995 to 2001 at University of Moratuwa, and head of the Department of Civil Engineering from 1989 to 1994 in the same university. Professor Lakshman Ratnayake is a past president of the Institution of Engineers, Sri Lanka, a past president of the Chartered Institute of Transport, Sri Lanka, and a past chairman of the Board of Trustees, IESL. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for that introduction. On behalf of Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology, or we call it as SLIIT, let me warmly welcome all of you to our university. And also congratulate you for getting admitted or enrolled to SLIIT. Why SLIIT is special to all of us? Because SLIIT graduates are remarkable. SLIIT educational experience prepares well-rounded graduates who are academically outstanding, practically grounded, and socially responsible. SLIIT graduates are distinguished by their broad outlook and openness to different perspectives. This has come through a lot of hard work by our staff and the alumni of this university. We are 25 years old now, and this is a very important year for all of us, including the newcomers to SLIIT. So we have done quite a lot, and you will hear from others what we have achieved during the last 25 years. SLIIT is a nationally and internationally recognized institute. Our graduates are globally employable, and graduates can enter any reputed university to do a master's or PhD degree. We also assure you that your degree will be completed during the stipulated period of 4 years if you pass all the exams, which is a very important factor in Sri Lanka. we have an excellent group of highly qualified academic staff members, one of the top and leading personalities in Sri Lanka and elsewhere in the world. We have state-of-the-art labs, state-of-the-art library, and also excellent set of sports and other recreational facilities. That's how our graduates are well-rounded and very acceptable to the people in the industry and in the society. So with these few remarks, I wish to complete my speech, and on behalf of the management of SLIT, I wish you all the best and good luck during your stay with us for the next 4 years, and wish to see you in another 4 years' time, the same auditorium where you will be graduating with colors. Thank you. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Professor Nimal Rajapaksa, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost, to introduce SLIIT in brief. Professor Nimal Rajapaksa served at 4 Canadian research universities for over 30 years before he joined the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology as the Deputy Vice Chancellor in September 2019. He's an alumnus of the University of Moratuwa. He has served as the head of the Department of Civil Engineering at University of Manitoba and as the head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the University of British Columbia. Professor Rajapaksa was the Dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences at Simon Fraser University, Canada, and also served as the Vice President, Research and International at Carleton University, Canada. His research interests are in applied mechanics and emerging materials, and his research have been funded by several Canadian and international organizations. He currently serves on the editorial board of 4 international journals. He has served as a reviewer for universities around the world. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Good morning, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Chancellor of SLIIT, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Deans, Chief Officers, Associate Deans, Heads of Academic Departments, Directors, and staff members. Dear new students and parents, on behalf of SLIIT, I too extend a very warm welcome to our new students. We are delighted that you have chosen SLIIT as the place for your undergraduate studies. We know that you have many choices, but I must say that you have actually taken the right choice. Now, as Professor Ratnayaka mentioned, this year is a very special year for us, because we started in 1999. This is our 25th year, or our Silver Jubilee. And you become actually the very first intake of the Silver Jubilee year. So that's a very special intake. And we will be taking another batch of students after the A-level results are released. There is something that I want to actually highlight about SLIIT. We have students from all corners of this country, west, east, north, and south. We have students from different ethnicities, different religions, different backgrounds, and different interests. So this is a place where at least for the next 4 to 5 years, you will call yourself your home, and you will actually thrive to become academically very successful and become productive citizens. Now let me show you a few slides to give you a high-level introduction about SLIIT. So let me introduce the senior management of SLIIT. Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, as mentioned before, is the Chancellor and Chairman of SLIIT. He's a distinguished engineer with a lot of industry as well as academic experience. Professor Lalit Gamage is the founder of the SLIIT, and he is the Vice Chancellor, Chief Academic Officer, and Chief Executive Officer of SLIIT. He received his PhD from the University of British Columbia and is also an affiliated professor of University of British Columbia. Myself, I am the Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost, and we also have Professor Saman Halgamuge, who is a visiting Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation, and Global Engagement. He is a professor at the University of Melbourne, and he is affiliated with us on a part-time basis and giving advice on research, innovation, and our international agenda. We have 3 Pro-Vice Chancellors. Professor Rahul Athalage, he is the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Academic, and Professor Samantha Telijjagoda is the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research and International, and Professor Nuwan Kodagoda is the Pro-Vice Chancellor of our Faculty of Computing, which is the largest computing faculty in Sri Lanka. We have several deans looking after also the various faculties. We have a Dean of Computing, Professor Pradeep Abeygunawardena. Professor Suren Peter is the Dean of our Business School. Dr. Malitha Vijayasundara is the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Sciences. Professor Samant Tilakasiri is the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering. And Professor Colin Peris is the Dean for Academic Development and Quality Assurance. And Professor Lalit De Silva is the Head of School of Architecture. We have 3 Chief Officers at SLIIT, and the first is Mr. Chaminda Bandara, who is also the Acting Chief Academic Affairs Officer, in addition to his regular role of the Chief Technical Officer. We have Mr. Udita Gamage, who is the Chief Student Services and Outreach Officer, and Mr. Niraj Muthukuda, Chief Financial Officer. This is the vision of SLIIT. We want to advance knowledge, foster and promote innovation to enrich lives and broaden horizons. And to achieve that, we have a mission that is to create a learning and research environment for our students and staff to be innovative and dedicated to excellence. We want to produce graduates with strong analytical, problem-solving, and communication skills to serve our nation and beyond. Now, as you heard, SLIIT is 25 years old. And during that 25 years, we have done extremely well. Today, we have more than 25,000 students. In fact, if you look at last year, and I think also the previous year, we had the largest undergraduate intake amongst all the universities and institutions in Sri Lanka. And that shows actually the demand for our programs. Not only that demand, but I must also say that demand also exists because we give you a practically relevant education. We give our students opportunities to actually have internships and get experience that is relevant to industry. So you can become actually successful immediately after your graduation with a good job. We have graduated over 40,000 students over the past 25 years. And we have actually built our reputation. And in fact, we are in the top 200 according to the 2023 QS Asia ranking. That is one of the most prestigious ranking in the world. We are also 6th in Sri Lanka in terms of the impact ranking of the Times Higher Education, and 5th in terms of the SIMAGO world rankings for research. Obviously, we are the #1 non-state university in Sri Lanka. We offer over 75 degree programs. All our programs are approved by the Ministry of Education. We are a member of the Association of Commonwealth Universities as well as the International Association of Universities. We are accredited by the Institution of Engineers and Technology. That is our computing program. And then also the computer science computing program is also accredited by the Computing Society of Sri Lanka. We have engineering programs accredited by Australia, and then nearly 98% of our students actually obtain jobs within 6 months. We have over 50 university and industry partnerships. Now, SLIIT is also a national campus. Our main campus is here, Mala Bay. We have a brand new campus in Kandy that was opened last year by the president. We have a new facility in northern part of Sri Lanka, Jaffna, which is called the Northern Uni, and we are in the process of actually developing a comprehensive campus there. We have our metro campus in Colombo. We have a center in Matara, a center in Kurunagala, and we have the Curtin Colombo campus located in Namammawatha, where we are offering the Curtin University programs. Now, our students. These students, as I mentioned to you, compete at the national and international level. Now, here is an example of our students who are competing at the highest level in the world. You all know Microsoft. Microsoft is headquartered in Seattle, in the United States, and one of the richest companies in the world. And everyone actually today depends on Microsoft. And Microsoft conducts a worldwide competition every year and select actually 3 teams from the world. One from the Asia, one from the Middle East and Europe, and one from the Americas, which is the North and South America. And in 2023, out of the 3 students, 3 teams competing at the final round, one team was actually, the Asia team was from SLIIT. So this is an achievement that nobody has in our country at the student level, university level, nobody has matched. And this year also, we have actually 2 student groups, teams, competing at the semifinals. And we hope at least one of them will be selected as the champions for Asia and will have an opportunity to go to the final competition that will be held in Seattle, USA. So this is the caliber of the students we have. And you all here actually perform at that level also, right? They are your inspirations. Not only in academics, our students also do very well in sports. And here are some examples. Galina Basnayaka is a silver medalist at the 4th Asia Para Games in Hangzhou, China. Kyle Abesingh is a Sri Lankan national swimmer and is qualified to compete in the Paris 2024 Summer Olympic Games. We also have Anusara Abegunawardana, who is also a national swimmer. Our students, as I mentioned, have done extremely well after they graduate from here. Now here are a few examples. Mr. Sandun Hapugoda is the country manager for Sri Lanka and Maldives for MasterCard. We had a meeting with him some times ago, and he was actually very grateful to the education he received from SLIIT. And then Mr. Upendra Piris is the CEO of Oral IT, one of the largest IT companies in Sri Lanka. We have Professor Sampath Jayalat, Department of Electrical Engineering, University of Cape Town, South Africa. These are our graduates who have gone abroad to study and become successful academics in internationally known universities. And Mr. Chamira Jayasinghe, you may have seen him also in the newspapers, is the founder and CEO of Arimac, one of the most successful IT companies in Sri Lanka. As I mentioned to you, SLIIT offers you with a lot of opportunities. Academics, very important, but we have also many student events. Based on your interest, whether you are interested in sports, arts, music, there are many opportunities for you to participate and excel in these areas too. Because that is what is important, not only just academics, but also to participate in the extracurricular activities where you can actually improve your soft skills and become a well-rounded graduate. And one day you all want to be completing your education from here and become successful graduates. Now I want to say a few more words to you. Now from today onwards, we consider you as a member of our community, SLIIT community. Now when I say you are a member of SLIIT community, I must also say it comes with a lot of responsibilities. We expect you to respect each other, practice good discipline, dress well, commit to the values of this institution, and most importantly, serve as the brand ambassadors of SLIIT. Because what you do inside here and outside reflects on SLIIT. We have maintained an excellent name over the past 25 years, and we wish to see every graduate, every student of us contribute to furthering that reputation. If you have any concerns, please come and talk to us. We have a lot of staff members in student services and faculties who are there to actually help you and to address your concerns and to make sure your experience at SLIIT is very successful. Get the maximum out of your program of study. After all, you are here to follow a program and to graduate with flying colors. Enjoy all the facilities at SLIIT. We have excellent sports facilities, including a swimming pool, sports grounds, gymnasium. We have one of the best libraries in Sri Lanka. You will go and see, with a lot of technology, with a lot of facilities for students, discussion rooms, projects rooms, and so on. So to get the maximum out of these facilities provided to you, participate in extracurricular activities and become a well-rounded person. Remember to study hard, get good grades, because that is important not only to you, but also to your parents, and develop your character and personality while you are here at SLIIT. These things will make you a very successful graduate and a productive citizen. Finally, I wish you a very productive and a successful time at SLIIT. I thank you and your parents for keeping trust in SLIIT. As I mentioned, you had many choices, but you decided to come here, and as I said, you made the right choice also. Good luck with your studies, and I hope to see you in this auditorium, depending on the duration of your program. Come here to receive your degrees and leave SLIIT as very successful graduates. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Professor Nuwan Kodagoda, Pro-Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Computing, to share some insights to the undergraduate study programs delivered at the faculty. Professor Nuwan Kodagoda obtained his BSc Engineering Honours degree and MPhil degree from the University of Moratuwa and was awarded his PhD from Sheffield Hallam University, UK. He joined academia in 2001 and has held positions Chairman of Curriculum and Academic Quality Committee, Head of the Department of Information Technology, Head of the Department of Software Engineering, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Software Engineering, and Dean of the Faculty of Computing before being promoted to Pro-Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Computing. His research interests include the fields of algorithm design and optimization in parallel computing, machine learning, use and development of software engineering tools to improve software development processes and e-learning. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Thank you for the kind introduction. Chancellor, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Nimal Rajapaksha, Dean School of Business, Professor Suren Peters, Dean Faculty of Computing, Professor Pradeep Abegunwardana, Directors, Chief Officers, Associate Deans, Heads of Departments and other staff members, my dear students and parents. So let me also take this opportunity to welcome you to SLIIT and also to the Faculty of Computing. So in this audience, we have students from the Faculty of Computing and also the School of Business. But let me talk a little bit about the Faculty of Computing in my presentation. So students, you have selected the right choice in selecting the Faculty of Computing and also the School of Business. And let me tell you a little bit about why it is the case for computing. As you can see, the computing faculty is one of the largest faculties in Sri Lanka. We are going to reach over 13,000 students with the new intakes that we are going to have. So in our faculty, we have over 160 permanent staff members, including 9 professors and 30 PhD holders. And we also work very closely with foreign professors in foreign universities through the professorial network. In fact, recently, we had a professor from Canada who actually delivered some workshops for our students. So in that way, you get exposure from foreign professors as well. So talking about the faculty administration, I think you know Professor Pradeep Abegunwardana. We have 2 associate deans, Professor Dasuni Navinna, who is heading the research. She is the Associate Dean Research. Professor Anuradha Karunasena is not here. She is the Associate Dean Academic. The faculty has 5 departments. So let me introduce some of the heads who are here. So we have Dr. Samantha Rajapaksha. He heads the Department of IT. So I think students like you have already selected a degree if you are computing students, and also you may have already indicated a preference of what specialization you like to do based on the information that you have. So in Dr. Samantha's department, we have the IT specialization and the interactive media specialization running. Then we have Professor Anuradha Jayakodi, who is heading the Department of Computer Systems and Engineering. In his department, we run the Information Systems Engineering, Cyber Security, and also Computer Systems Networking specialization programs. Then we have Dr. Kalpani Manutunga. She is heading the Department of Software Engineering. So if you have enrolled to the software engineering program, that program is run under her department. Dr. Jeevani Bamnusingha is heading the Department of Computer Science. So there might be a few students who are doing computer science. So that program is offered in her department. And there are also students here I know who are doing data science specialization. They also fall into that. Let me also introduce Dr. Namali Valagampaya, who is heading the first year division. Since we are a large faculty, we understand that we need to have very good student support, because students like being in a university is very different from being A-level students. So up to now, you have been at school, and I'm pretty sure you went for tuition for your O-levels and especially for A-levels. And your tuition masters are treated as gods, but in a university, things are very different. We treat you as adults, and you need to be able to be independent learners. Your lecturers are only resource people to help you and guide you towards achieving life skills and, of course, securing a job after the completion of 4 years. So you may need support because of the way how universities run. So Dr. Namali's division has a lot of support for you, and please reach out to us if you need support. So let me also introduce a few staff members in the Faculty of Computing who you should reach if you have any particular issue in your studies. So we have Mr. Hemantha Muthukumarana. He's the Director Administration. The university has a separate student services, but the faculty also has student support. So if you want to speak to anyone which is not related to academic matters, you can speak to the university's student services, but the faculty also has student services headed by Mr. Hemantha. The students, like from next week onwards, you will be starting the orientation. So we have a coordinator, Ms. Shalini Rupasinghe will be the orientation coordinator. And when you start the first year, so we are hoping to start the first year somewhere in mid-July. So during that time, there is a year 1 separate coordinator, that's Dr. Sanvita Kasturiarachi. That is for the IT students. And some of you might be following the computer science and the computer systems engineering degrees. For that, we have Mr. Jeevaka Pereira who will support you, especially when we start the semester in July. So as Professor Ratnayaka and also Senior Professor Professor Rajapaksha mentioned, we have centers all over, we have 6 centers mainly. And there are computing students who are starting their inaugurations in center in Kandy Uni, in the Metro campus, in Northern Uni, Kurunegala, and also Matara. So just like you are having your inauguration, these students will also have the inaugurations during this week. So computing programs are run in all these centers here. So let me tell you a little bit about the programs that we have. And I think you may have gone through this and had discussions, and then you have selected what you want to do. So that is your initial idea of what specialization you want to do. So in the BSc Honors in IT, I believe most of you in the computing program are following this particular degree. There are 7 specializations. So there is a software engineering specialization, information systems engineering specialization, computer systems and networking, cyber security, data science, interactive media, and information technology. Now, the first 1.5 years of this degree is common, or in other words, like the first 3 semesters of this particular degree for all the 7 specialization is common. So what happens is like when you are studying through 1.5 years, you will get a better idea about what data science is. You'll have a better idea of what interactive media is. You'll have a better idea about what cybersecurity is. And when you move on to the 4th semester or the second semester, you can make an informed decision about what specialization you'd like to continue on your degree. So you have that choice. So you may have selected cybersecurity now, but maybe later on you feel, I'd like to do interactive media, or it could be any of those. So you can make that decision later on. So you will learn about what these specializations are as you study in the first year and second year, first semester. Now, some of you are registered for this program, BSc Honours in Computer Science and BSc Honours in Computer Systems Engineering. Now, for these two programs, we have only enrolled a small number of students who have done physical science. If I kind of, at a very high level, describe the difference, computing is a skill-based profession. So the IT degree will provide you with the necessary skills and know-how to join the job market as soon as you graduate. Actually, most of our students will start working from the 3rd year onwards when you start your internship. Now, in this IT degree program, you will learn about the tools and technologies that are currently being used in the industry, and you will be able to fit in very quickly into the industry from day one you join the industry. On the other hand, there needs to be a group of students who can actually develop the next technology that is there. People talk about Gen AI and artificial intelligence a lot, but there are a lot of other technologies that are there in the horizon. So we need to have a few people who can actually develop the technologies and the frameworks and things like that, tools and frameworks that the industries will use. So that is what this BSc Honours Computer Science and BSc Honours Computer Systems Engineering students will do. So they have more foundational kind of material thought with a lot of mathematics, so they can help develop the next generation of tools that are there. So as mentioned, all our degrees are approved by UGC, and we also have accreditation from IET and Computer Society of Sri Lanka. Let me very quickly show you some of the postgraduate programs that we have. The faculty has 4 master's programs. So to do the master's programs, you need to have a degree. So these are the master's programs that we have. We also have PhDs, and these are the PhDs offered by the faculty. So we have a range of programs from undergraduate programs up to PhDs that are offered through the Faculty of Computing. Now, to be a successful faculty, we have to work very closely with the industry. And we have a separate unit called the Industry Engagement Unit that continuously works with our industry. So these are some of the partners that we work with. These are some of the partners. And we have to work with them for many reasons. And we continuously meet them and get insights about what we have to teach, and also get feedback from our students who are working there or maybe doing internships in these organizations. So these are the specific reasons why we engage with the industry so much, and that we have a separate unit looking after industry engagement. One primary reason is internships. So computing students, when you are in the 3rd year, you have to go for a mandatory industry training. Now in computing, industry training means directly you are put at the deep end and you have to start working. So it's like on-the-job training. So you will work with the staff in a given organization, and you will work just like another employee in that organization. So minimum you have to work for 6 months, and that internship period you have to complete during the 3rd year and 4th year of your studies. One of the other reasons we engage with the internship with the industry is to get advice. So the faculty has a department industry consultative boards and the faculty industry consultative board. In fact, we are having one this Wednesday for our master's programs, where we will get leaders in IT from various organizations telling us how to drive the master's programs. So similarly, we had one for the undergraduate programs in October, and every year we do that. Some of the other things that we are also looking at is how to develop research. So research and innovation is very important, and we work with the industry very closely to achieve these things. So in addition to that, the faculty and SLIIT has many academies. So we have the Cisco Academy, Linux Academy, Microsoft Learn for Education Academy. Now these actually provide you with technology-specific skills. So as you know, Microsoft is a very important technology. So if you are into IT, AWS or Amazon Web Services is a very important skill set that you need to have. And there are many other things, like the Oracle Academy looks after Java. So although we learned some things in a platform-neutral way, these industry certifications are very important. Because we have these academies in the faculty and at SLIIT, you get the opportunity to go to the training material offered through these various academies. And in fact, you can get through certifications, which are very important and valued by the industry, while you are a student here at SLIIT in the Faculty of Computing. So these are some of the academies that we work with. So I think Professor Rajapaksha also talked about our library. We have a fantastic library. We have a lot of digital content. I want to show you a new content that we are getting. So for the very first time in a Sri Lankan university, we will get this O'Reilly library. So it's a fantastic digital library for computing and also for business. There are over 60,000 titles available, and you will have access to this individually once we start the semester in July. So this particular site not only has books, it has 30,000 hours of videos. There are courses. There are what we call webinars that you can join in individually. So all these kinds of resources are there. This is just one resource that you will use. So as students of computing, one thing that is constant in computing is change. So today you will learn a set of technologies. By the time you graduate, there'll be a new set of technologies that will be there. So the reason why we learn stuff at a year 1 and year 2 at a foundational level is to develop the core skills or the fundamental skills of the degree that you're doing. But one important skill that you need to develop is to be a lifelong learner. You need to have the ability to learn things by yourself. If you can't do that, you can't survive in the industry. Because the things that you learn in your degree might be obsolete when you actually go down the lane in a job. So you will have to pick up new things. So we will use these kinds of resources to help you to start learning by yourself from year 1 onwards. Here's another resource that the faculty has. So this is our Center for Open and Distance Education. So I'm sure everyone has used ChatGPT or maybe Gemini. And you might be wondering what is all this fuss about AI, ML, and what are these technologies? So all of our students in IT, in computing, learn about AI, ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning when you are in the second year. Everyone will do that. But you don't have to wait till you move on to the second year. You can use a resource like this and go to the free courses that are there. So all the courses currently offered through this center are free for anyone. If you haven't seen this before, you can go and then follow some of the courses and learn about these amazing technologies while being in the first year. So Professor Rajapaksha talked about the Imagine Cup. So here are some more snapshots from those students. So you can see on the right-hand side, these are the 2 current teams that are there. So you have the president of Microsoft and India and South Asia in that blue-colored suit over there, and the country manager for Microsoft in Sri Lanka and Maldives on the left side. So this was a photo taken just a few days ago. So they were the Sri Lankan winners, first place and second place. But as mentioned, they are part of the 20 worldwide teams that have been selected for the semifinals. So this is an amazing achievement for our students. So this is a competition that almost all countries in the world participate. In 2022, 2023, we became runners-up, and we are hoping the very best for these teams in the upcoming semifinals, which will be held during the first week of April. We are a vibrant university. We have a lot of activities which are conducted through the faculty and our student bodies. These are some of the events organized by the faculty and by student bodies. So I think, let me introduce Mr. Ravi Abhishek. He's the president of the Faculty of Computing student community. We have 10 such communities, so he's representing the main student body, but there are about 10 more, each for the different specializations and the degrees that we have, and we have a lot of other co-curricular student bodies as well in the Faculty of Computing. So if you take the various activities, there are musical shows, there are talent shows, and computing faculty has 2 main events. That's the Code Fest. You may have participated through Code Fest while you were a student at school, but now you get the chance to compete as a tertiary level or as a university university undergraduate. So these are some snapshots from the recently conducted Code Fest. We also conduct a research conference called ICAC, and research is something very important, and I think one of the other digital resources that we have is there is this research database called IEEE research database, which you can also access through the library portal that is there. So when you do research, these access to digital libraries become very important, and we have access to the latest libraries that are there in the research world as well. So we are very proud of our students, and I think these students were highlighted in Professor Rajapaksha's speech. Let me highlight one other person, Dr. Dilshan Silva. He actually was one of the first students from SLIIT to get his PhD. He did it over 10 years ago at Imperial College London, which is a very prestigious university. And now he's working as an engineer in a reputed company called Black Swan Technologies. Right? So on the other hand, Chamira and Upendra are running multinational companies, which they actually started off when they initiated these. So talking about your studies, you will have your studies after the orientation. Somewhere in July, we will start the first semester. So what happens, students, is like when you are in a university, we have this semester-based system. At school, you had what we call the terms. You had 3 terms per year. In a university, we have 2 semesters per year. Each semester runs for about 15 weeks. So your first semester will start from July, and it will go till about November. So I want to kind of tell you about what you have to do during your proper studies once you finish the orientation. Typically, in the Faculty of Computing, each student has to take about 4 subjects per semester. And during the semester, obviously, once you finish the 15 weeks of study, there will be final exams, just like at school. But we also have continuous assessments. So during the midweek, around the 8th week or the 9th week, there will be midterm exams for all your 4 subjects. In addition, there will be continuous assessments. There will be assignments that you have to do. There will be projects that you have to do. So those will actually help you develop the other important skills that you have, that is the soft skills. So one of the other things that I forgot to tell you is this having soft skills is very important, and you can achieve these soft skills by participating in these various events. We have over 20 sports that are held at SLIIT. You can participate at the various clubs and societies that are there, and also develop your soft skills. And one of the things that you will do as undergraduate students at Faculty of Computing is every semester you will have a project, a major project. So students who are joining the July semester will have a project where you have to develop a solution to some kind of a real-world problem, and there will be some kind of a project showcase that will be there. So those things will help you develop the communication skills and the team building skills, which are essential for you to work in the industry. Once again, I want to share with you the main staff that are important to you in year 1 in the Faculty of Computing. And of course, students, if you have difficulties in subject matter, please talk to the instructors who come and help you during the labs. Talk to your lecturers. For a given subject, we have about 7-8 lecturers, because we have a large number of students that are there. Speak to your lecturers, speak to your instructor. If you have any issues when it comes to academic material, we are here to help you. So we occupy the 6th floor, 7th floor of the main building, and the 11th floor of the new building. And you can come and talk to us if you need any help. So initially, Dr. Namali Walagampaya will provide you with support, and we will run some help desks, and you will get to know more about it. Because we understand that most of you come from English-speaking schools, Sinhala mediums and Tamil medium schools, and you may need support with English. So we have an English help desk, a maths help desk, and also a programming help desk that will help you those would be the 3 main areas where you may get difficulty. And so we are there to help you. So please reach out to us and also the main student services if you have any concern or any help that you need. We are here to help you. And I wish you all the very best in your studies. And I hope to see you here in this auditorium 4 years from now during your graduation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Professor Suren Peter, Dean of SLIIT Business School, to share some insights to the undergraduate study programs delivered at the faculty. Prior to joining SLIIT, Professor Peter was attached to the Department of Industrial Management at University of Kelaniya and has served as the head of the Department of Industrial Management, the postgraduate course coordinator for master's program, Program Reviewer for Quality Assurance Accreditation Council of the UGC, Conference Chair of the inaugural SCSE International Conference, Chief Editor, Editorial Board Member, and Reviewer for international and local journals and conferences. He has served and is currently serving on the board of directors of a number of private corporates and chairs a number of subcommittees as well. He has served as a consultant with UNIDO, UNDP, and for several local corporates and government bodies. His research interests are in capital markets, corporate finance, behavioral finance, privatization and corporate restructuring, portfolio management, and learning. Sir, you're cordially invited to address the gathering.
Chancellor, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost, Professor Nimal Rajapaksha, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Nuwan Kodagoda, Dean, Faculty of Computing, Professor Pradeep Abegunawardana, Chief Administrative Officers, Directors, colleagues, and my dear students. First of all, on behalf of the SLIIT Business School, let me offer our congratulations to all of you for having been selected and for your consent to joining Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology. Completing your advanced level examination is a major milestone in your academic career, and though the results may not be out, I'm sure you understand how well you have done and you are confident enough to have enrolled into the SLIIT programs, whether it's computing or in business. I hope this major milestone, since you have reached that, you will also not forget all those people who helped you achieve this success, especially your loved ones, your parents, your grandparents, brothers and sisters, and especially the teachers in your schools who made this possible. And I hope that you repay that trust once you join our program as well. Your next phase of your academic career begins today. And while you have been successful in the past, this next phase requires a reset. And your reset starts tomorrow, because this is a new beginning, a new journey, and you have to set new goals for you to achieve and exceed during your stay here at SLIIT. I must say congratulations are also due, because you being here shows us that you were keen enough and you were meticulous enough to go through the different types of universities and programs on offer, and based on some analysis decided that SLIIT is the best source for your education. And if you look at the key characteristics that you would have probably looked at, the first characteristics would be to look at the institution and the ranking. The second characteristic is to look at the academic personnel in those particular universities, and importantly, whether they are experienced with industry perspective, their qualifications, where they're coming from, and also whether they are full-time as well. So that's an important characteristic that you would look for. The third characteristic is the research. Being a university, ideally, a university should be creating knowledge, and that is exemplified by the research output coming from the university. And if you looked at that criteria, SLIIT would be ranking right at the top among all the local universities in the country. And the fourth aspect that you would probably want to look at is the infrastructure facility. And as everybody else reiterated, SLIIT has very well advanced international facilities comparable to many of the universities across the world. So if you look at those four characteristics, your choice of being here should be commended. And I would like you, in case your friends are still debating which university they should choose upon, ask them to look at those four characteristics and therefore make the appropriate choice. We, as the faculty of the SLIIT Business School, are committed and passionate to make each one of you the best you can be. And the challenge that we would like to put to you, and that's the challenge that we put to every batch of students who come through, is that each batch should try and exceed the achievements of the previous batch, whether it is in terms of average starting salaries, in terms of placement rates, in terms of competencies. We would like each batch to look at the previous batch of students that passed out and try and make a new benchmark as we go forward. With becoming an adult and coming to university also brings with you, as the speakers before mentioned, brings with you also responsibility. Responsibility to yourself, to your parents, to your teachers, to society, and also to the nation. So it's very, very vital that you demonstrate all the attributes on top of your technical skills in terms of behavior, in terms of professionalism, in terms of respect. And therefore, when you graduate, you will graduate of being a true citizen of Sri Lanka who is going to make a considerable contribution to your families, to society, to the nation, and also to the world. I will quickly try and take you through some of the aspects of the SLIIT Business School. The vision and mission statement is shown here. I just want to highlight three criteria or three aspects. One is student-centered learning. So we have moved away from teacher-centered learning, the traditional system in the schools, and we believe that you should be empowered to drive the learning through customization of your learning. Second aspect is digital presence. We believe that technology and business go hand in hand, and one without the other does not make sense. And the third aspect is excellence in research and sustainable business practices. We are very proud that our students in the fourth year produce outstanding research and do publications in some of the top-ranked journals in the world. And therefore, you also should be able to emulate that. And sustainable business practices is something that we also emphasize as well. In terms of our overall product, you can see that we have over 14 undergraduate and postgraduate programs, starting from the undergraduate programs, going on to our master's, and now also our PhD program. So you can see that we have a full product portfolio covering the entire gamut of educational products. We have over 2,500 plus students. Faculty of Computing by far has the highest number of students, but the business school has the second highest number of students, and we are growing very, very rapidly, and we believe that this year we will exceed 3,000. We have a staff of 45 lecturers, 15 PhD holders, and 10 professors. So if you look at the composition And these are all full-time people, as I mentioned previously, are important characteristics as well. We have links with many universities, including the Honorary Professor Network. We have a wide-ranging network among key corporates, and also we have 6 research groups under which our research themes are based upon. Let me introduce to you our faculty academic administration, starting with Dr. Mano Valigodapola, Associate Dean of the SLIIT Business School. Then I would like to introduce to you Professor Ruwan Jayatilaka, Head of Department of Information Management, and Dr. Nisha Jayasuriya, Head of Department of Business Management. And we also have Ms. Madara Jayasinghe, who is not here today, who is the orientation coordinator whom you will deal with during this orientation program. Quick overview, we have the Bachelor of Business Administration program, the honors program, with 8 specializations. So at the end of, or the middle of the second year, you have the option of choosing 8 specializations: accounting and finance, marketing, human capital management, business management, business analytics, logistics and supply chain management, MIS, Management Information Systems, and quality management. So you have a wide spectrum of specializations. And very important, AACSB is the highest accreditation a business school can obtain. And we have obtained membership status. The accreditation process takes a few years, but we are proud to say that we are among only 3 universities who have received membership status, and we are hoping that we will be able to be among the first universities to get full accreditation from AACSB. We also have 3 foreign degree programs, one in Australia, the University of Queensland. We have a 1+2. You can complete your first year here at the SLIIT Business School and then transfer to the University of Queensland. And then we have 3 programs with Liverpool John Moores University, 2+1 programs. That means 2 years here. And if you want to, you can do the last year in UK, but also you can even complete it here in the SLIIT Business School itself as well. We also have the MMU, Fashion Business and Management Program, which we started last year with the Manchester Metropolitan University. And as I mentioned, we also have our Masters, MBA, MPhil, and PhD programs. We also have many other transfer pathway programs from some of the renowned universities in Australia, Canada, UK, France, USA, among many others. So our programs are accredited, and in case you want to transfer to any of these partner universities, then your credits will be transferable. We work closely with our professional bodies, CIMA, CFA, ACCA, SLIM's, Institute of Marketing, CIPM, the Human Resource Personnel Management Institute, Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Six Sigma Management Institute. So by doing our programs, you are eligible to either receive scholarships or part waivers in terms of the requirements to enter this program as well. So we work very, very closely with them as well. In terms of industry partners, these are a few of the industry partners that we work with. As you can see, there are some leading companies, local and international, and our students have done their internship and all got placements in some of these top companies in the country. Other than the academic work, we also believe that our students need to get exposure in developing their all-round skills, their soft skills, and we encourage our students to take part in many of the extracurricular and co-curricular activities here at SLIIT. And as the previous speakers mentioned, we have a wide gamut of products that you might be able to utilize in order to enrich your experience here at SLIIT. So some of the things that you could get involved, we have this soft skills program. We initiated SLIIT Talks last year. We have a comprehensive sales day, which we are going to have in the next month or so. Lantaruma, which we recently had. Our research conference, ICSDB, and then we have other social programs like the BAMSellers as well. Obviously, our achievements are all due to students who have done excellently well, and our reputation has been built upon the recognition our students have gained by going out to the workplaces and shining in terms of their work. And these are some of the students who have gone out and done extremely well for themselves and for also SLIIT as well. So congratulations once again. It's a pleasure to welcome you here to SLIIT. And as the other previous speakers mentioned, we hope to see you in 4 years' time with your gown at your convocation, being proud graduates of the SLIIT Business School when you go out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next on the agenda is the address by Mr. Chaminda Luke Bandara, Acting Chief Academic Affairs Officer and Chief Technology Officer of SLIIT. Mr. Bandara, who is a senior IT professional offering over 25 years of extensive experience, including nearly 20 years of senior management roles in premier business conglomerates in Sri Lanka, in large financial, telecommunication, retail and manufacturing companies in the Middle East and in the US. Mr. Bandara holds a BSc Engineering Honours degree in Computer Science and Engineering and MBA in Information Technology, both from the University of Moratuwa, and many other professional IT certifications in IT management, cybersecurity, and technology implementation and management from renowned IT bodies around the world. His areas of expertise include architecturing IT infrastructure, IT service management, business systems design and management, IT governance, technology security and risk management, disaster recovery, and business continuity. He joined SLIIT as the Director of Information Technology and currently holds the position of Chief Technology Officer. Sir, you are cordially invited to address the gathering.
Thank you for that introduction, Chancellor, Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Senior Deputy Vice Chancellor and Provost, Professor Nimal Rajapaksha, Pro Vice Chancellor, Faculty of Computing, Professor Nuwan Kodagoda, Dean, SLIIT School of Business, Professor Suren Peter, Dean, Faculty of Computing, Professor Pradeep Abhegunawardena, Associate Deans, Head of Departments, academic and administrative staff, parents, and my dear students. Let me also join the previous speakers in welcoming you. Today is a very important day for all of us as you embark on your next chapter in your life. So your dedication, commitment, drive for excellence will define and shape your future. So I encourage all of you to give your best effort to ensure that you will become a well-rounded global professional. In order to help you with this, we have a very good support system set up for you. And during my presentation, I will go through them in detail. So you will have the orientation program starting very soon. This is a very interesting program, and you will learn a lot. This program is not only about subject matter, but we have a very interesting set of events lined up for you. Some of you may have come from different backgrounds, mostly non-math background and doing IT. For those of you, we will have the bridging modules in the bridging semester. And during the orientation program, we will have the campus navigator where we will take you around the university and explain to you the services and facilities available for you. So these are some of the events that we have organized for our previous batches of newcomers, and I can guarantee you that we will have all these events and more lined up for you as well. As a student of SLIIT, you are entitled for additional benefits. All of you are part of the Microsoft 365 platform, where you are entitled to get genuine Microsoft licenses for Microsoft Office that can be installed on your personal device. As part of this subscription, you are entitled to get many other benefits also, like a cloud storage from OneDrive and SharePoint. You have your own email address. You get to access Microsoft Teams and other power tools from Microsoft during your stay at SLIIT. So I encourage all of you to make use of these tools during your stay. So these are some of the services that we offer to our students. We have the student support, counseling, career guidance, sports and extracurricular activities, financial support, and so on. And I will get to the details as we go on. Student support. So when you have a concern, a query, or some clarification about your studentship or about your academic matters, student support is available in many different forms. You can connect with our student help desk, which is an online portal accessed at support.sliit.lk. You can go to the portal, log your query, and start communicating with us. Also, we have the hotline 0117 544 910, and there will be agents to take your calls as well. For some reason, if you want to visit our support in person, the Student Services Department is located in level 1 of the main building, and there will be agents to go and meet and talk to. We also have the English help desk. We understand that most of you are coming from different backgrounds, doing your initial studies in Sinhalese and Tamil. So when you come here and start studying in English, some of you may encounter difficulties. In order to address that, we have the English help desk located in second level of the main building. In addition to all this support, as mentioned by Professor Nuwan and Dr. Suren, there are plenty of support available at the faculty level also, including academic mentors. So our Malabey campus is located in a 25-acre land, and we offer almost all the modern facilities that are available to any student in this world. We have a well-being center, a medical center, a career development center, a state-of-the-art library as mentioned by the previous speakers. We also have a gymnasium and Wi-Fi capabilities across the university. We believe that having a healthy mind is very important as you continue your education. In order to support you with this, we have set up the Wellbeing Center, which is also known as Helping Hands. So when you have a problem, and if you feel like talking to someone, you can talk to our clinical psychologist who will be there to support you. They will work with you to get over your problem, be it academic or personal in nature. We also have the medical center, again located in level 2 of the main building, and our medical officer, Dr. Dhananjay Bulatwata, who's here, will be there for you to get free consultation when needed. And we also offer some medication free of charge to our students as well. The Career Development Center is basically the bridge between the academic community and the industry. So as a student of SLIIT, while you are studying at SLIIT, you get to interact with the industry, which is very, very important for any student, being in touch with the industry. So this center will organize various seminars, conferences, workshops, and they will bring down professionals from the industry to talk to you. So these professionals will give you insights about the latest trends in the industry and what they expect from the graduates once you come out to the industry. So please participate in these workshops and seminars as and when they are available. The Career Development Center also organizes a career week every year. So here we get the companies in the industry to come and set up stalls. They will interview you, and if you possess the right skills, you could get employment with those companies. This is especially applicable when you are in year 3 and year 4 of your studies. So you could be employed even before you graduate. And in the past, we have seen many students making use of this opportunity and getting employment much before they graduate. So as mentioned earlier also, we have many different sports, actually 20 odd sports, so there are plenty to choose from. So we have facilities to support all these sports. We have a large playground, a swimming pool, badminton court, tennis court, basketball court, and so on. In addition to these facilities, we have the coaching staff to help you. So even if you have not done a sport during your school days, you can still get engaged in sports at SLIIT. And I encourage all of you to make use of these facilities and participate in at least one sport. Clubs and societies. We do have many clubs and societies devoted to different subjects. And we also have the Student Interactive Society, which is the main student body. And also at faculty level, we have the student communities. These student bodies are there to closely link the students with the academic staff and the administrative staff of SLIIT. So whenever you have a problem, and if you don't want to come out as an individual, you can raise it up with these student bodies, and they will take it up with the SLIIT staff and the management and give you a solution for that. Also, these clubs and societies organize various events. By engaging with them, you can also participate and get exposure in organizing these events and get additional experience while you are studying at SLIIT. So we offer almost all our services online. In fact, SLIIT is one of the pioneering institutes to provide online education platforms to our students, including virtual laboratories. We have a very robust course web, which is our learning management platform. This is a very important tool for all our students because this is the place that we publish all our course material and also all student-related notices. We also do record most of our lectures. And if you happen to miss a lecture and if you want to catch it later, you can catch it through the EduScope online platform. As mentioned earlier, we provide some of the library services as online services also. The student portal. The student portal is currently being revamped, so you will have access to your entire profile. Your semester registrations, the payment that you have made, your results, marks, and so on will be available in the student portal. And as mentioned earlier, student support is also available as an online portal. So we provide number of scholarships. If you have done extremely well in your advanced level examinations, you could be entitled for the A-level top performer scholarship, where we waive off the full tuition fee for all 4 years. And if you have excelled in sports and extracurricular activities, you could also get a chance to be entitled for scholarships at SLIIT. And once you become a student of SLIIT, if you do well in your academics, every semester we offer scholarships. Top 1% of students in each semester will get to study the next semester free of charge. Also, if you represent SLIIT in sports and extracurricular activities, you will stand to get a scholarship as well. In addition to all this, we have the industry-sponsored scholarship, where you will get internship and employment opportunities with these companies, and in return, they will pay your tuition fee. Student shuttle services. So we have shuttle services available from a number of destinations from Kolpiti, Nigambu, Jayala, Panedura. And if you are based in any of these cities or in the vicinity of the bus routes, you can make use of this service to travel to SLIIT. The registration for this service is again through online portal, and once you register, you will get a QR code to access the service. So you can be a subject matter expert in your chosen field, but if you don't have self-control and if you are not responsible for your actions, you will not go too far. So we at SLIIT take discipline very seriously, and we emphasize that you maintain good discipline at all times. This has helped us to provide you with uninterrupted education for the last 25 years. All our rules, guidelines, and regulations are outlined in the student rule book, which is again published on the course web. So I encourage all of you to go through the student rule book and be aware of the rules and regulations of SLIIT and be responsible for your actions. With that, I will wind up my short speech, and I sincerely hope that you will have a great time with us at SLIIT, and wish you all the very best as you embark on this new chapter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. With that, we come to the end of today's proceedings. Before we conclude, I wish to share the following announcements from the organizers. After this session, you will be guided to the exits for your refreshments. Please produce the refreshments token given to you when obtaining the refreshments. Your orientation program timetable for the session starting from 1st of April has been emailed to your personal and SLIIT email addresses. Please check the timetable and be present on campus on the given days to start and follow the program. Dear participants and undergraduates of the March 2024 intake, remember that every expert was once a beginner. There are no limits to what you can achieve from today onwards. As you all set out on this incredible journey that will help to shape the thinkers, professionals, citizens, and difference makers, we want all of you to know that the entire SLIIT community is here to support, guide, and encourage you as you continue to study here and reach greater heights. We wish you all the very best, and once again, welcome to SLIIT. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Mata. Sundara Sivarini, Surani Ati Sobhamana Lanka. Ranya Nara Nikamal Valatulu Piri Jaya Bhumi Ranya. Anugerah SLIIT